Hello Aries, welcome to your December 2019 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. I have my 2020 year ahead forecasts up on Vimeo, so please do check those out if you're interested in knowing what the year ahead has in store for you and your loved ones. The link for those is below in the descriptions box. Alright, let's get started, Aries. Doing things the right way, learning to create what you desire. There's an energy around this of wanting to get through to the other side of a situation. You do want to get through a life transition. You want to become an insider rather than remaining on the periphery. You do want to have an impact, Aries, to be included, to be a part of activities. And there's an energy around you of not wanting to miss out. A little bit of FOMO action happening with this card. Now, around you there's an energy of leaving things up to fate, waiting rather than acting, philosophizing rather than doing, being dreamy rather than practical. But you're being called to take steps. Taking steps from the Quantum Oracle speaks about needing to move forward and needing to put a plan into action. You'll see this woman here, she's ascending these stairs that lead up to this palace. So it is telling you that there are steps that you must be ready to take in order to move forward to a goal. Now is the time to identify the specific tasks that you need to accomplish these desires. You might have been on this journey for some time, Aries, but you're ready to consider a wider perspective and try a new approach. So where before with the Well Watcher, you may have been content to leave things up to fate, now I feel that you're being asked to actually take steps to move towards this destiny of yours, Aries. Because destiny tends to need our assistance. It's something that we need to create for ourselves rather than have it just falling out into our laps. You may have thought that way in the past, but I think that you know now, with this changing perspective, that you actually do need to take steps yourself to have this come about. It could be something personal, like a change in your life, a new job, a new relationship, a business venture, even a new place to live. But there is an inner energy at work here, and you're preparing to take steps into the unknown. It is going to take courage though, but you're ready to advance. So Aries, let's get started with your reading. I've already meditated on your energy. I have you as the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what we have for you in the month of December. I'll lay out these cards. And let's take a look at the overall energy here with the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, so I feel that this is you being on the periphery of something that you very much want to join in, but you haven't. You're just kind of waiting. Now you feel like you've been placed there. And, I don't think that... It seems like you feel like your circumstances are not under your control entirely, Aries, and that's the problem. It's getting out of this kind of stagnant situation. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I feel that this is someone around you. There's a feeling here of someone who, I get this as another person, who could be kind of upsetting the apple cart, where you don't feel like you can extricate yourself from a situation with this person. I've got them as a water sign, but I feel just more that they're showing signs of emotional immaturity. They might even be younger than you, Aries. We've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So this is something that I think you wanted, but it turns out that this wish has kind of turned into you wish you hadn't done it kind of energy. So it is something that you thought you wanted. I think it's this person. but I'm picking it up as short-term energy. It was just kind of a fast thing, a short-term affair or a short-term liaison, but I think it's turned rather toxic quite quickly. Okay, Aries, we've got the Magician in reverse, so now you feel stuck with this person. I feel like you've kind of created. I'm sorry, Aries, I get it as you've created this. Could be you, could be vice versa. But this feeling of being stuck and not being able to manifest your dreams now is because you've gotten involved in a situation, I think, Aries, with somebody here that is actually kind of taken you off your destiny, if you will. It's like a sidetrack. And we have you here as the King of Swords in reverse. So yeah, I think you got involved in something. You weren't thinking clearly, logically about it. You thought it was going to be something that was short term, that you could just get out of quickly, but it turns out not so fast. You know, the thing is, you're dealing with somebody else here, somebody else that you can't control. You thought you could control it, I think, Aries, but it seems to have gone a bit pear-shaped here. Okay. We have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm getting here is that this person seems to have attached themselves to you now, Aries. I think you're wanting independence, you're seeking independence, but now there's like a codependent energy. It's not from you to them, I feel it's from them to you. For you, I think you need to spend some time, possibly alone, to think things through. You need to gain insight into what's happened here in order to get yourself out of this now. We have the Page of Wands and the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, this is something that happened rather quickly. I get this person's quite immature. They could be male or female. I'm picking up as female here, but it could be vice versa. Happened very quickly. I don't think that you were thinking things through. It's kind of reckless action. I think now you're feeling stuck, though, that you're stuck in this situation, that you can't seem to unglue this person. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse coming out as your outcome, Aries. Yeah, not great. I feel like you've gotten yourself into something here. I think it's as a result of possibly feeling unhappy with your work or unhappy with the way life is working out for you. I'm getting a general feeling of discontent around you. So you thought you'd do this, it might make you feel happy for a short time. I think you just wanted something short term with this person, but now I think they've attached themselves. They're looking at what they can get from you. I feel it's to do with money, security. Aries, yeah, you've got yourself into a bit of a tight bind. Meanwhile, I think there's something else you want to go for, but now you're feeling stuck with this person that you thought you were going to be able to get out of quickly, but unfortunately, it hasn't panned out that way. So let's do the dual reading here, Aries. I'll start with you and your energy towards this person that you're dealing with in December. Energy for Aries towards the person that they are dealing with in the month of December. Yeah, I feel you want to get yourself out of this. I get you needing to... You're wanting to be fair, though, to this person. So you don't want to upset them, because I think they can be a little bit... I'm picking up some manipulation, a little bit of volatility around their emotions. Yeah, I feel that this is someone who thinks that you are quite well off. I think they're looking at some kind of commitment with you, Aries. So they're looking at what you can provide for them. Yeah. And I get them, if you're to tell them that you don't want a relationship with them, I think they're going to get quite upset. I think you know that, so you're having to take some time out here and think about, well, how do I get myself out of this? Because you do want to end it, Aries, you do. I think that there's something else. You've taken the wrong road. Okay, and it's happened rather quickly. Let's start. Either side can resonate, so please keep that in mind. Whatever side resonates the most, Aries, that's your message. So let's get started. The bottom of the deck, I've got the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, I honestly feel that this is something that isn't going to pan out for you. I truly feel that this is something that's not worth your effort. I think you knew that from the start, but you thought that this was just going to be something that was maybe some short-term play, some fun, what's the harm? But now you feel like you have to be with this person. Okay. How you have your past energy around this in the past, where you currently stand with this, Aries, where you hope to stand with this situation in the future. We'll take a look how you're viewing this person, your doubts and fears, what is the challenge, and the outcome. And let's take a look at the other person. Their past energy around this, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand with this in the future, how they're viewing you, Aries, their doubts and fears around this, their challenge to overcome, and a card for the outcome. Okay, past energy. Oh, look at this. Both have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So yeah, I feel like this. You both have had options in the past. You were both. Well, can I be honest? I think that this may be an affair. That you've both kind of had other options. I think that you've been both keeping other relationships alive. So you're married, and I feel that this other person is also married, or at least you have partners. You have other people involved here. Okay. And Aries, where you currently stand, you have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, you're wanting to unburden yourself from one of these things now. You know, if you're not married, then you've had two options to go to. On one hand, you've had something that may have been a difficult choice, and then on the other hand, I think you had this easier road for some of you. And this easier road is what you've taken. But I strongly feel this other person may already be partnered. Okay. The Eight of Cups in reverse for this other individual. Yeah, I see them clinging. They're clinging to you, Aries, and I get that you want to unburden yourself from this. You want to lighten your load. You may want to go for the other choice, the one that you didn't make earlier. I think you were weighing things up in your mind, and one choice just seemed like it was a bit too difficult, so you went for this other choice that you had in front of you. Now I think you're sorry about that. Now, where you hope to stand in the future, you've got the Knight of Cups, so yeah, I think you want to go back to the other choice that you had and express, I get you following your heart, so you have more emotions towards this other person. I feel it's a person. Yeah, I think you had a choice between two. You feel more emotionally connected to one. You want to go towards that individual. You've gotten yourself involved in something that you thought you were going to be able to just drop. Not so easy though. And they have the Four of Swords, so they're looking at, okay, yeah, I feel like you are ending it with this person, but they're thinking it's just a temporary thing, that you'll return to them. All right. But I don't think they know about this other person. How you are viewing this individual. Yeah. You know that they want this Two of Cups. Yeah. But the trouble is, I think that you feel an emotional connection with somebody else. Yeah. How they're viewing you. Yeah, they're looking at a commitment now. They're seeing you with the Hierophant there as someone that they can have a traditional arrangement with. They may be looking at marriage. Your doubts and fears, we have the Ace of Swords. You know, I'm getting this as you know which one you want. And so you're unburdening yourself from this other thing that you went towards. Now you're going, in December I feel you're going towards the one that you really want, but you're unsure about this other individual, this one that's kind of, was just kind of, I get transitional, or was kind of passing time while you were trying to make up your mind. Okay. Doubts and fears for the other person, we have the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, so this is an individual who hasn't really gained much insight. They don't have knowledge about what's going on with you. Yeah, they think it's more than what it is. You were just passing time, Aries, but they don't know that. Okay. For you, we've got the Five of Cups as your challenge. Yeah, I feel that you're very sorry now that you've done this other thing. You want to go towards the one you should have chosen in the first place. So I get you being quite upset and quite, I get a lot of grief here, some sadness over doing the wrong thing. Yeah, regrets. A lot of regret here. Aries, let's have a look at the other person. Yeah, their challenge here is the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who really, yeah, I get this is someone who really set their sights on you. They thought that this was going to be marriage, that you wanted marriage with them, but you were just passing time. Okay. The Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I see this for you. This is you letting go of this situation. You want to end this cycle. You want to move on. They have the Page of Cups in the reverse, but it's not going to be so easy to get rid of this individual. I feel that they are using seduction to keep you there. So they're pulling out all the stops here. They're trying to pull you back in with I get they're being very alluring, seductive. So they're trying to keep you there, but you're wanting to move away from this. I think you've learned a lot. I think that you've gained some knowledge about what you don't want, and it's this immature kind of relationship that you're currently in. You didn't think, you thought that it was going to be easy to get yourself out of this, but no, this person is quite clingy, holding on for dear life, if you will. But meanwhile, with the right way, this is a learning experience for you. Learning to create what you desire. Yeah, I think it's really coming to... The good thing that I see around this Aries for you is that by going through this experience, you now have gained understanding. There's clarity of what you don't want. So now you know what you do want. You want to take steps towards that. And you're going to do that, even though when you got involved with this transitional thing here, it seemed like it might be too hard and you were just going to let it go with the flow, if you will. Now you realize that, actually it's very worthwhile going towards the person that I feel is more of a mature relationship, more on your level. You want to get yourself out of this immature thing now that you went towards. But the trouble is now that they seem to be hanging on here because they thought this was going to lead to commitment, marriage, Aries. So let's see where this goes. in the extended. I do hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on my Vimeo channel. If you'd prefer a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Don't forget about those 2020 year ahead forecasts. Those are up on the Vimeo as well, and the link for those is also found in the descriptions box. I'll be doing about another 30 or so minutes in the extended, clarifying everything on the table, going much deeper, and also looking at some oracles to see where this goes in the future. So please do join me if this is resonating. I'll see you there, Aries, or I'll speak to you again very soon. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be with you again shortly. See you in part 2, Aries. Take care and happy holidays.